Greetings everyone, this is Elizabeth, and today I just wanted, I'm a slacker. I have been postponing doing my card swap cards because I didn't know exactly what to do. I still kind of don't. I took my design that I shared on the FSC Foiling Snobs Club in Facebook, and I made a full background, and I kind of want to ink it up. Now this particular one, I laser printed it and then ran it through the ink with the Heidi Swap clear because I don't have a black. I had to improvise because I needed black one time, so I just used her clear, and it does give a nice shine. But it's missing something, right? I mean, it's just a plain white card. Nobody wants a card that looks like that. So I thought I'd pull out my distress inks today. I do store them with their little pads underneath. If the pads are too small, I do put a piece of tape that you roll up in there. And then it's easy. Oops. It's normally easy to go. And that's how I store everybody. So see, it's got his little inker pad back there. So I pulled out some colors. I pulled out like a dirty red. Now, these are just similar in tone, okay? And they kind of go down in darkness. And then I'm thinking I'm going to throw some black in there, okay? So it doesn't really matter what color they are. Just make sure they're kind of similar. And I'm going the dirty orange, brownish, reddish color, okay? Kind of the fall colors. Now 10 to 1, I'm going to put these back in the wrong, because I wasn't paying attention, but that's okay. Although that one looks, I think that one goes to that one. This is what happened when you're not paying attention. There we go. We'll do it like that. Okay. So, I'm going to start with my darkest, I think. Probably should start with lightest, but I'm feeling rebellious. So we're going dark first. And I want the dark in my, ooh, that doesn't work. Okay. Light-handed, light-handed. Don't be a brute. Go gentle, go soft. I don't used to using my makeup-y brushes. Those don't care how heavy-handed you are. You just go at it. But here we want to go soft. I'm going to build this up to try and hide that. There we go. Kind of like that. Okay, so there's some dark spots. I don't have to color it because I've got a lot of colors to go. I'm not even going to clean my mess. I'm just going to build up right next to it. If I catch some of it, I'm not going to cry about it. That one seems a little too light for my liking, so I'll just use that in a couple of spots. Man, it's a nice light color. Sorry about the squeak there. Okay, we're going with this orangey one. I'm gonna go right in there. Oh, that's a better color. Mix them up, pick them all up. That's not too bad. Let's go with the next one. This is more of a mustardy color. And it's pretty much the same as the other one in this application. Although it does darken up a lot faster. So that is definitely too much like the other one. No big deal. I'll come in with this darker brown and go over some of the spots I just put in. Maybe get some new ink pad. Gotta get some color on there. There we go. Don't be afraid to blend the colors. If you don't like it, you can always go over it with a darker color to kind of hide it. Don't fret if you make marks. Like when I first started here, I had those swirly marks, because you can just go over them and lay them down. My problem with the swirly marks is I was a little too heavy-handed. This is not a very thick paper. I think it's the 65-pound paper that I had. Honestly, don't know. It was laying on my desk, so I used it. That's looking better, huh? Okay, but I do need some darker color. So let's try. Those two are almost the same. Look, what's this one? That one's kind of in the middle of those three. So I think I'm going to go with this one and maybe that one. I don't know. But I need to change out this one. Yep, that one goes there. Grab the little pad off of the back of this one. There we go. That's maybe a little too dark. And I'm just going, oops, willy-nilly. And see, right here, I got my fingerprint in it. I'm not worried. Either A, I can cover it up later, or I can gingerly start overlapping some color on top of it. And now, no more fingerprint, okay? So don't panic if you get your fingers and stuff into it. You can either hide it with a sentiment, hide it with another leaf. I mean, ooh, that would be a good idea. So if you made a boo-boo, you would get an extra sheet, cut out a leaf, put it on top, and then pop it up 3D. Nobody'd even know that underneath is a boo-boo. That really makes it look kind of dirty, doesn't it? I like that. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do the edges. This is what I want with the edges, where you bring the tool right in and it catches and it gets really dark and dingy right there. I don't want to do that because I got to cut this down and make some cards. Okay, I just want to fill in the color, and then when I cut it down, then I'll do more edging, maybe do a vignette look where we go really dark in the corners and light in the center. I need more of these tools. Okay, I think, you know what? I think I'm going to try this bright yellowy color. I don't know. I just feel like I need more yellow. And that might be exactly what I needed. Just some brightness. Oh, look at that. Ooh, I wish you could see that. Oh, yeah, that's what it needed. These leaves just needed a pop of brightness. And you can see I'm just willy-nilly. I mean, it don't matter. Your hand, see, now I'm going to pick it all up off the table and just get it in there. That's the fun part of doing it on a glass mat. You just get in there and work it. All right. All right, look at that. I'm liking. Although this area, we need more red. We lost our red. Let's bring that back. And we're gonna throw some right in here. And we're gonna extend this area that we started. Go up that way. Guess I should put some lids on some stuff. Yes, this is how I normally work. I get on a roll and it's like everything just piles up, and then it's like, okay, we got to take a step back, clean everything up. Okay, I've got an extra little swirl in here, so I'm gonna go in extra gentle and get that swirl out of there. Oh, that's nice. All right. What do you think? Is that looking pretty good? Woo! I'm liking it. Okay. So, get back in there. Need to stay put. Okay. I am thinking. Let me clean my mess, because this is a lot of good ink right here. I'm just going to get a blank paper and sop that up. I'll be right back. All right, my mess is all cleaned up, and I used some leftover paper from making my Slimline cards. These are the extra bits. And I squirted my puddles with some water, even though you couldn't really see. It had plenty of color left. So I can use this for sentiments. I can pile on more color. Just a good thing to have some scraps handy to clean your mess. Now, I was thinking about this, and I think I do want to do another Slimline. I really like Slimlines. So I'm gonna focus out a section that'll get me a couple of leaves, but before I do that, it needs more. It's just missing something. So I picked out a couple of stencils. I've got my go-to polka dots, because everything's better with polka dots. And then I thought it might be fun to pair with this one from Brutus Monroe. It was an August stencil of the month this year, but I just thought, yeah, those are going to pair really nicely. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring in some color with the stencils. We're going to bring in my triple berry, which I think will complement this really nicely. And then, do we want to do... No, let's go straight up red. Let's do some bee sting. I think that will just be really pretty. We'll do this one in bee sting, and we'll do the polka dots in triple berry. Okay, we will use this. Make sure I still have you in frame, because I zoomed in so we could see what is going on. All right. So if I don't move my paper, we'll be all right, right? All right, so here's some triple berry. Tap, tap, tap. Just like before, we're going to go off, and swirling it around gets an even coating, because tap, tap, tap focuses. Swirling smooths it. Okay? And if you forget, it's no big deal. Now, what you want to do is a small area. Be done. Move your template. Okay, super soft. Okay, this was not really going back. This This was just picking up off the table. This is straight off the thing, so you get more depth. And that looks further behind. This looks up close. So don't try to make them uniform. Okay? Hit and miss. It's just a willy-nilly. Just like the whole background has been. Just willy-nilly. Okay? You want something darker, just go over it. Darken it up. I think I'm going to get some dark ones over here too. Alright. Isn't that pretty? That's just adding some polka dots. Okay, here we go with, put that in my cleanup pile. We're going to scooch that to the side. We're going to, this is how I clean off my brush. Okay, if you do not want to mix, like it's purple and red, they go together. If you don't want to mix them, check your brush. Turn over your project, give it a double check. Okay, so now we're gonna tap, 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 swirly, 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 and I'm gonna pick areas that are not my dots. So here's an area here. I'm just gonna go in, and then I'm gonna pick one that I'm gonna just do an extra bit, so it'll help it pop out. Okay, tap, tap, swirly, swirly. This is a makeup brush. You can use whatever floats your boat, honestly. I mean, if you like the these ones, you know, you can use those ones. They have them in all sorts of shapes and sizes. I got that one at the dollar store. My hands are so big, my nails are, I was clunking, and I'm like, I can't have this clunking. It's not good for me. And we're gonna pop one over here, and you can't even see me. Okay. Go find this empty space right there. Just like that. Okay. Now I've got polka dots and this nice little swirly with a dot in it, which is going to be fun because you can accent it with glitter. You know, you can do all sorts of stuff. Now, remember these? You didn't see me clean my mess, but now I'm going to show you why. I just saved them. And if you're distress ink, this is a water-based ink over here. I'm going to tip you just a little bit. Okay, I've got the pink and the purple. I'm going to add it right to tap and twist. Tap and twist. You can kind of give it a look to see if it needs to pick up some color somewhere. Okay, that's all you gotta do. That one's a little too much water in there. That's all right. Tap and twist. And now I've added some pinks and purples to that. Okay, this one is my clean it up one. Sometimes you get interesting things. Sometimes it's like, nope, gotta go in the garbage bin. But it's not wasted, because this is a scrap and that was waste. You can also, I'm gonna do a high spray way above, so it just mists that. Remember, I inked that up. I'm gonna wipe it right over the top of that. See? It's not perfect, but that's not what I'm going for. It's just texture. This is a background. So even your cleanup becomes part of your next project. And a wipe. And a wipe. It is ready to go home. This one, I rubbed that one pretty good so it doesn't have a lot on it. Okay. I'm going to zoom you back out. Ta-da! But yeah, this is looking good. I'm liking this. Put it on my drying rack because it's a little damp. Okay, So now we have this, and I want to add some contrast. I need something dark, and I was thinking, I haven't used this yet. This is from Kitchen Sink Stamps, Letters from the Past. And I'm super excited. This one here, right here, Letters from the Past. It's a beautiful scripty handwriting. Ugh. Yeah. And it's not meant to be perfect, okay? And high contrast. Black is definitely a high contrast, but I don't know if I want it that dark. So we're gonna give her a little try. Ooh, you know what? My bad. It's my first time using that, and I didn't even set it. Not set it, but you know, condition it. So I'm going to use my little scrap and see how it... Oh, it looks so nice, though. Okay, we don't have to condition it. Look at... Ooh, yeah, look at that. Oh, that's such a good color, too. Oh, see? My little scrap just became more interest in that. Okay. But what I don't want is this to get on it. So I'm going to clean that up. And I do apologize. I caught the power cord. Okay. Can we see? Yep, we can see that. Okay. So here we go. We're going to ink this up. Okay. Ink that up. Now here's the thing. We don't want to ink the whole thing. We just want to catch part of it. So I'm going to put this right there. Oh yeah, look at that. And just put some nice font in there. This one, it's Letters from the Past. Part of my very first purchase from them. I have another video using the squirrel, the autumn squirrel. That was fun. Okay, so I did that one there. Now I tapped, I twist. I'm gonna push, but I don't want the whole thing. So I'm gonna kind of lift it. Okay, so it misses. We don't want it to be perfect. We want it to look like antique. Something got wet. I mean, it's been around for ages. Oh yeah. So we got a little bit on this. So if we cut this like this, I have a little bit here, a little bit here. I think I'm going to put a little bit right here in this corner. Okay. Yeah. And now I need to add some, because I'm looking at this paper because I want to do slimline. So I'm going to cut it into sections. We're going to twist and catch that. Yeah, see? Nice big gap right there. Very faint. You're like, ooh, does that say something? But you can't really tell. Okay, this little fuzzy is driving me nuts. Nobody invited you to the party. Okay, so now we're gonna go catch this corner. Whew, yeah. And we're gonna twist and catch this corner. Look at that. And then we have a full background. And if we're not quite sure and we think we need something in a specific place, what we do is we can ink up our letters, okay, and then we can hold it like that, okay, so you can have more control and get it in the center where you want it. Just want something right there, okay. Very nice, very nice. And then you might have some super sticky, you might have some color left, so I'm gonna aim right here, and I just finished that off. Isn't that nice? snap and twist. Yeah. Whew. Okay, and a nice easy cleanup, high squirt. Because it's all, I think that's water-based. I don't know. The Distress Inks. Clean that up. And then we can put this little gem away. Just like that. Put away, put away, put away. And now the choppy chop. We're in the home stretch. Not really. I'll probably need to add something later. I don't know. Okay, so here I can see that my printer prints crooked. There's nothing I can do about it. I just have to come to the realization I cannot print postcards unless I want to chop them out of the center of the paper. So I just made that straight on that side. So when I turn it, I should get, yep, that lines right up. Okay. Because I don't want that choppy end to wind up on my cards. That one's a little off. That one's a lot off. I might wait. No, I need to straighten out that side. I'll take a little bit off. There we go. Okay. So now we have our Slimline base is 7 inches, which makes it 3.5 here. I don't want 3.5. I want, this is the good end, so I'm going to butt that up over here. That's what it is 3.5. So if I take 3, that's a half, so I'm going to add a quarter. So 3.25. Okay. 3.25. I think I will do 3. So my next one, I'm only going to do a 3. Or was that 3.5? No, that's a quarter. Okay, so 3. I'm going to do 3 inch. Yeah, that'll give me a bigger border. I'll just have to trim down the end here. That'll work. So 3 inch. And now we can decide how we want this to look, because that's 3 there. Ooh, that looks good. Fabulous. And now I've done 1 sheet of paper to make 3 Slimline cards. Nice, huh? Okay. So I need to decide how much I want to chop off that end. We're going to make it right there. That's about an 8. So let's make these all 8 inch. Yes. 3 by 8. That's what we're working on. 3 by 8. And we want to chop off that end. And then we want to chop off that end. And then we want to make this 3. Okay, 3 by 8. If you have a long chunk, don't get rid of that, okay? I'm going to make a 4th card with this. I just need to make sure it's straight, which I can see that it is not. So I've got a nice straight line there. I'm going to close it without my fingers in the way. So like that. And then I'll have that for another card. I'll show you what I'm going to do. Throw my little scrappies away. Yes, those go in the garbage. And I was thinking some plaid. What do we... Ooh. Oh, wow. That just pops right off the page on that. Whew. Ooh, I like that. Do I like that a lot? Oh, no, I like that other one. That's for sure. Oh, no, too much foil. It's just like putting an outfit together. Ooh, that looks nice too. Ooh, what do I do? What do I do? I lose my bits. I lost my bits. There you are. I have this one. I have... The darks really make this pop. And that's what you want to look for. Something that makes it pop. This one is too similar. Okay, just like matching your outfit. You want something that complements it or gives it a pop or brings out your eyes. You know, you find that one element in your design that you just want to accentuate. And I think it's this blue one. It just makes this really bright. The green kind of dulled it down. This makes it really bright. So we're going to take this. And I'm going to just hold on one second. Because I feel like... Nope. Okay. I was like, I used some plaid. Is that the same plaid? Because we want to use up our supplies, right? So these are 3.5 by 8.5. So if we do 3.25 by 8.25, let's see. So there's 3. There's 3.5. So this would be 3.25. No, we want to do 3.5. I think. Do we want to cover the whole? We're going to cover the whole page. We're going to see what that looks like. Okay. So then we have this whole front covered. And we do this. Or do we want white? See, this is the nice thing, is you get to decide, you know, do you want any white? And I think a hair, just a hair of white would be really nice with this. And that blue just really helps it shine, I think. Okay, so the paper is 8.5. So we're gonna take 1/4 off and make it 8.25. I'm pulling too tight. I'm wrinkling my paper. Be gentle. Okay, and then we're gonna just take 1/4 off one side and hope that that's just enough white. A little bit of white. And I think less white. That's all right. So we're gonna do 3 in a, let's see, it's 3.5, so 3.5, and we're gonna take off 2 smidgels. Sorry, I'm not a ruler expert. There are 2 lines there. So we have 8.5, and then we're going to take off 2 ticks, 2 marks. Okay. Oh yes, that's better. Okay, so there we go. That's better. I'm happier. So that's going to be that one. But I'm not so sad that one of these can't be that. What I'm just going to do is take a little tick off of that and a little off of this so that we have more blue. Quit burying everything. There we go. So we'll just compensate. So if we had too much white, we'll just give everybody else a little bit of extra room. So this panel is just a little bit smaller than this one. But so far we've got 2 cards ready. And then this one, we're gonna do the same. We're gonna do, it's 3.5, so we're gonna take off 2 little marks. We're gonna save that. And then it is 8.5, and we're gonna take off 2 little marks. And there's that beauty. Get another base out. Yeah. Woohoo! So that's 3 cards. Now we have scraps and this little bit. Oh, I do like that. Because this one, those are almost perfect. Yeah, okay, so we get our Slimline. If we do it like this, and then we get another background paper. I'm gonna go see what I can find that's gonna accentuate these 2 pieces. Let me return. All right, so I went and got some papers, and I'm gonna kind of show you why I think they work or don't work. This one might be okay because we have very different pattern. We have plaid versus this more roundy, I don't know what it is. It's some sort of flowery kind of texture. But the tonal value is too different. These are more grungy, dark colors, whereas this is a little too bright. So this one is a maybe if I didn't have one I like. Now this one might also work, but it is way too bright and the pattern is too busy. The pattern is too big compared to my pattern, which is a good size. So this one is a no. This one I was hoping it would work, and it probably would have if the background paper was much lighter. It does have that reddish brown tone to it, which would be picked up in here. But if I wasn't using the blue and I wanted to hunt something else, these would be fine together. But I really want to use the blue because, you know, that's a little scrap that I have left. And then I found this. And this is what I've chosen because here's the thing. It's got the same grungy tonal value. Remember, these 2 are just too bright. Okay. This one actually has colors that match my paper. And the pattern is much smaller than my pattern. And it's faded back so it doesn't compete with mine. And the blue still accentuates it and pops off. So this was my choice. It's literally like going through your closet. Is this gonna pair up with this. And they don't exactly have to like be what is it when you don't wear white and black together because it's a faux pas, you know, that's nonsense. You can mix and match as long as it's not plaid on plaid kind of thing, you know. So yeah, so we are going to trim this down, but the thing is with this piece of paper, the grunge is on the edge, so I want to make sure that that shows up. And then I want to, yeah, see, oh, I really like that one. So we're going to get our paper trimmer, and we're going to do the same thing we did with our other ones. Now, I'm debating on this super harsh line because I think that does, I like the softy area. Yeah, we're just going to cut this little end off real quick because I don't want the harsh line, because I'm going to do a soft go around myself. Okay, so this is the side we want. I just trimmed it down. So we're going to do 3.5 and take off 2 little ticks. 3.5 minus 2 ticks, and then we're gonna go over here to 8.5. Nope, we want to save this area. I need to chop off this one. So we're gonna go 8.5 minus 2 ticks. Okay, so now I can do more with this one, which is great because I have more of these backgrounds. So if you're in the FSC and you are in my thanks card swap for the month of September or October. This is October. Holy moly. For the month of October, you may not get one of these because I'm going to make more. So, or you might get one of these. You never know. So now we're going to, and here's another fun thing. Okay. Yes, we've trimmed this smaller, but do we trim this the same or actually bigger so it goes over? And I think I'm going to go over the line. So I'm going to cut this at the 8.5 because that is the size of our paper. 8.5. Okay. So that's going to be way over, and then this little guy, I think it's going to be just like that. It's going to almost line up with the paper underneath it. So yeah, and then I've made this little guy. Pretty cool, huh? So out of that one sheet of printed paper, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Now the fun thing about this is I've got more of these printed. All I have to do is ink them, cut them the same, use this background paper and a different plaid, and I will make even more. Yay! So I'm going to put these together, and we'll see if they need anything else. So hang on. I almost forgot. I had mentioned that I wanted to fix the edges. So this is what it would look like if I didn't ink the edges. Okay. Now this is what happens when you ink the edges. Okay. You just take the color and bring it in, and you can use any color. I did choose to use the black. I just thought it would tie it in a little bit better. I have done it with reds, browns, and like a dirty green to make it rustic looking on stuff. It's just it's a different look. And so you have your rustic on there versus no edging. Okay, And then also you do it to your backgrounds, even though you think, oh, it's not going to show up. It makes a huge difference. Just adding some light black around the edges makes such a difference. It looks like that piece was made for that size. Okay, I'm going to show you how I do it. You can see I have this big puddle of black here. Well, maybe you can. I don't particularly care. Set my card right in it. Now, this method does eat up your little sponge, so don't panic if you get little bits. Same thing. Tap, tap, swirly, swirly, and then you swirly, swirly right on your edge. Okay? And amazing enough, it doesn't take a ton. Okay? See how that's already inked up really nice? Okay, and this is where you can get really crazy with your vignette. You round your corners, okay, and depending on how deep you go, that's going to determine your vignette. And that's that black halo. You can do it in white, sepia, that particular halo around a photo. You see that a lot in photos, the vignette. And it's super fast, super easy. You just swirly, swirly down the edge of the card, okay? And then in your corners, you just build it up more. Swirl it around. And then you have that nice rounded look. Same thing with your light card, okay? Tap it off, swirly, swirlies. And you just go around. Okay. And see how it just blends right into that brown that I had? It's like it was meant to be there. And I'm pushing the card and kind of swirling down. So, whatever works for you. You know, if staying in one spot and then moving the card around, moving your hand around. And there we go. Those are so much better, in my opinion. You may not like that, and that's perfectly fine. If you're like, ooh, it feels so inky, just wipe it. Okay, and this does feel a little inky because we inked right over that clear foil that I put on there. Just wipe it, no biggie. Okay, so I've got my tape on them. I'm just gonna go, I gotta clean my fingers before I touch the bases again. This I will probably scoop up with my extra pieces so it doesn't go to waste, and I will be right back. All right, so these are the cards. We've got 4 fun designs. Okay, we can see what it looks like with a little bit of white and misalignment a little bit with a little bit more white. I kind of like that, even though it's not what I wanted. And then less white again, and then a whole another, just a leftover strip with some extra cardstock. These are thankful, grateful cards, and I don't have a lot, but Hero Arts, I have their everyday messages, the handwritten ones, or no, I think it's under Sending Smiles. But I've got this nice scripty grateful. It's just a little dinky stamp, and I thought, how fun would it be to stamp it right on the outside, nice and small, not to take away from anything. And then on these ones, so this card would open this way. I mean, you could have the card open anyway. Ooh, see, like that one would be, that would make this card go this way. Whereas if I put it here on this card, it would make it open that way. And then same with this one. just kind of hide it in there a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's my Tim Holtz stamping platform. Woo. This is the second time I've gotten to use it since I got it. Ooh, don't smash my magnets there. Really excited. And we're just gonna put that right there. Nice and gentle like. Pick it up. And I'm going to use the, I don't know, I'm not coloring or anything, but I think this one will dry faster. So I'm going to use the Stays On, the solvent one, which you would use for watercolors, because it is a solvent, just like alcohol markers, which means alcohol markers would mess it up. Okay, here goes. Be gentle. I'm just going to go tap, tap, tap. I don't want to squish. Okay, I don't want to squish. Make sure that stays put. Tap, tap. Okay, why isn't it going down now? I'm going to try pushing harder and hopefully I'll get, because the FUL didn't stamp. It's not perfect, but it's okay. See, pushing too hard, it kind of flattened it out. And this one, I think I want to hide it right in there. Okay. Well, okay, maybe I was just doing something wrong with that first one. Maybe it was too close to the edge, because it seems to be fine. Oh yeah, see, so much better. So much better. Nice little grateful hidden in there. Isn't that cute? I like that. Okay, that has my grateful, that has my grateful. Now this one, okay, we're going to actually flip this around because we want the grateful upside down and right there. Just a hair, because I'm being lazy and I don't want to clean it, although I should, because okay, I do want that right there. No, stay put. Okay. There we go. Now we can ink it up. Well, I missed on that one, didn't I? Okay, so we just need the bottom part by the grate. There we go. Yeah. That's better. And then a nice little grateful there. And our last one. I think I do want it to open like the rest. I mean, we have a thing going on, right? Okay, where do we want to stamp this one? Right there. come off. That solvent ink dries really fast and stains your stamps, but that doesn't bother me. Okay, we're gonna put that right. Yep, see, it just, okay. So when you are stamping on your Tim Holtz, it does have this bigger gap down here, but it doesn't actually mess with the stamp. It is stamping. When I was doing it before, it just didn't look like it was stamping, like it wasn't getting to the paper. Probably an optical illusion. And I would rather do light tapping. Ugh, that's it. Drop it on there. Ugh, that looks good. But I need to get a little bit more on the full part. There we go. Yeah. Stamping platform number 2 by Tim Holtz. Isn't that fabulous? So there we have it. Get that out of the way so I don't accidentally stick a card in it, because that would be me. Check my fingers for black marks. Okay, so we have 1 little grateful, 2, 3, and 4. Look at that. This one bothers me a little bit. Let's see what I can do to fix that, because that really bothers me. I'll clean that in just a minute. Okay, so when I stamped it, it double stamped at the T. So I'm going to follow the back side of the letters. Like it was meant to be. There. Not too shabby. Just go over it with a little bit of gel pen. Hides that. It was a big black boo-boo there, so yay. Well, I hope you enjoyed and hopefully it inspired you. If you like this background and you are part of the FSC, it is free for personal use in the files department under the PDFs, or if you are in Facebook Foiling Snobs Club and you hit the search button, type in my name, Elizabeth Costa-Rogers, and you should be able to find the drop box with the SVG in there, in which case you can take the leaves, mix and match them. Maybe you want a full page of just these leaves, you know, so then you can create. And I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.